Hi guys, today what we're going to be learning about is some basic car maintenance type of things, such as checking the fluids within the car. So a couple things you're going to want to find or have it handy before you start. Um, First off is to find the owner's manual. Typically this is kept in the glove box or some other compartment within the car. A rag of some sort would be useful to have as well. A flashlight to see some of the different things. Safety glasses if you have them. Everything we're going to be doing today is just identifying where these are, so you won't be exposed to any fluids or anything, but it's not a bad idea to have those available if you need them. And also a pair of gloves if you want to keep your hands clean. So first thing you need to do to be able to check these fluids is to find how to open up the hood of the car. So the hood of the car is right here. Typically we open the hood of the car from in the driver's, near the driver's seat. So let's show you where that is. On most cars there is a release lever that you would pull right here and then release it. Then we need to go back around to the front of the car. So the release lever inside does not actually completely open the car hood. Underneath the hood there's a little lever, usually right in front of the emblem on the front of the car. So where that lever is right here. To operate that, I just push it to the left or toward the passenger side. Once I have the hood open, most cars now have some kind of a rod that then is used to prop up the hood. Now if you have trouble finding any of the elements to open the hood, your owner's manual is the best place to find that. YouTube videos would also be helpful. You have to search for your specific car though. Within most owner's manuals, there is a table of contents at the front. The table of contents will tell you where to find a maintenance type of section. So in my owner's manual, that is toward the back. You'll find all kinds of useful information within that maintenance section. A lot of diagrams. So for this activity that you guys will be working on today, actually you can find all the elements that I'm going to point out to you right on this page. The first thing that I'd like you to be able to find is the battery. Now the battery is not actually always underneath the hood of the car. In some cars, especially smaller four-door sedan type of cars, that may even be in the trunk. The next thing we've come across in this car is my transmission fluid. So the transmission fluid is checked using a dipstick. So if I pull on this right here, it brings out a dipstick and it allows you to check the level of transmission fluid. Refer to your owner's manual though on how to check it. Different cars have you check it different ways, but typically it is when it is warm and a lot of times while it's running. But again, that can be different on all kinds of cars. The next fluid that we can check or identify is the engine oil. So the engine oil, just like the transmission fluid, has a dipstick also that gets pulled out and has a cross-hatched section to tell you what how much oil is in the car. Now again, check your owner's manual. We do not actually have to check it for your assignment. You just need to identify it. Normally near the engine oil is going to be the fill. So this is a cap that allows you to fill engine oil. And then that just screws right back on. On my car, the next things we can identify over here toward the passenger side is back here the power steering fluid, which has markings on the side to indicate whether you're in the correct levels or not. Working toward the front of the car is where I check the engine coolant on this particular car. Be very, very careful. If the car is warm, you absolutely cannot open this. You run the risk of having the coolant being hot and then kind of bubbling out, or even in some cases, if it's hot enough, gushing out. So the coolant is checked right here. And below that on my car here is the washer fluid for the windshield washers. Finally, we're going to move on to the brake fluid. The brake fluid reservoir on my car is very, very difficult to get to. But you can see it up here, where I'm pointing to here, and above it is a cap to add brake fluid. So that's the basics of identifying where your various fluids are within your car. And you will have an assignment that is on Google Classroom that goes along with this.